Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of Airy Sky, Rita Lee's video blog. I'm Airy Sky. So, last night I had one hell of a wing ding with Chloe last night. I had to get out and talk. Chloe's getting kind of mad, Chloe basically got very angry last night about people and violence, and people abusing others. And, someone said, well, look at you, Chloe. Look what you do to Rita. And Chloe's like, So, a little bit of hypocrisy. But Chloe's basically, I think, learning to a point. So, what's going on today? What is everyone talking about today? Well, I need to get my paper towel roll that Chloe knocked on the floor. There we go. So, first up this morning is welcome to you all. Couple updates for you. President was talking about maybe it's in the best interest of getting a stimulus. Remember what I said? He's a yo-yo. One day it's not. It's all actually happens to make the decisions of the Senate. They make the final decision of what happens and what doesn't. I'm sorry. A little itchy this morning. So, no offense to anyone, okay? So, basically what's going on today is, the fact that we have a couple things going down the pipe, okay? One is Chloe turned around, was very cranky this morning, as usual. Hold on a sec. There we go. We have a bunch of recycling bins we use for recycling things, so we save space and stuff. So our garbage can gets emptier a little less quicker. So they turned around, again, they're talking about stimuluses. Oh, second stimulus, but they change on a dime. But it's all up to the Republicans in the Senate that will make the decision, and they're not going to talk. They're just they're throwing it out there, hoping like people basically either go back to work or vote them in for another term. Unfortunately, with words like "this will be the last stimulus," that's not going to get them really reelected. I mean, unless you're a freaking hilljack that likes what they're doing. American people are tired of not seeing their lawmakers doing actually laws or, passing things. I mean, there could be better choices for Congress and the Senate like me than for these idiots turning around, and doing what they're doing. So I wanted to share that with you all. Now, I'm not trying to say I'm going to be running or anything, but if everyone put their name in the box for me, it'd be funny. However, I'm not encouraging it, okay? Now, even for president, I love the job, but we're not here about presidency, okay? So, Senate's doing one thing, the Democrats are doing another, all right? So, basically, what's that mean? And by the way, for some of you out there that just tuned in and then left because I was brushing my hair, oh, well, you know what? There's a lot of lives around, okay? And for me, I wanted to say I don't care, okay? We're here to talk about a couple things. I was talking to Pee-wee today by email, Sister Pee-wee about, got my dip can this morning. I have a spreadsheet I got to do anyways, but Sister Pee-wee and I were talking about, for the love of the entire nation, of what's going on. I got my spreadsheet opened up, or getting ready to, but, the thing about riots, okay? My city, I live in Washington State, okay? Our city of Seattle has been invaded. Now, I'm going to say I've contacted the right people, okay? I know Sister Pee-wee gave me a link to a video, and what, you want a kissy? For some of you wondering why he's asking for a kissy, he's a bunny and he deserves happiness. There you go, little guy. If anyone knows what the bunny is the ultimate love, okay? He is like he's the most, how can I say it? He gives the most affection as a bunny. Bunnies usually don't give affection, but bunnies like him do. So, well, at least mine does. So, wonder why the fucking heat's too hot here. Let me turn on the fan for a second. I gotta find out why it's so warm in here. So, shall we continue? So anyways, it goes like this, everyone. So we, so the Senate's, again, it's like a yo-yo movement. 1 minute they're doing one thing, another minute they're doing another thing, and frankly, it's the way it is, right? So anyway, so she turns around, right, and they're deciding what to do. And so the Senate's got one thing, Democrats passed one, they're duking it out, and meanwhile, we're all waiting to see if it comes back or not, so. But back to the thing at hand, with the riots happening and everything else, I contacted several offices throughout Seattle and, other offices, and my battery's charging right now. So I want to tell you what happened, okay? I got a couple stories for you. One is they told me outright they cannot confirm or deny because they have no reason for it, because they do not know who, quote unquote, is behind the Capitol Hill stuff. Now you can sit there and say, "Oh well, it's not that bad." It is. You got armed people. Okay, this is where it gets scary. Okay, you have armed people. Armed people. Is this open? Nah. I guess this is. No, I got a dip right here. A couple cans sitting there. I didn't even know I had empty cans. Oh well, I'll just take what I can get. All right, so let's just talk for a second. So they basically are sitting there armed with assault weapons, doing checkpoints for in and out, basically saying the police have been dissolved for that precinct, and they want to dissolve others. Now, I'm sorry to say, but this is where I call bullshit, okay? Look, the citizens think that their rights have been violated, all right? The citizens, the fucking citizens in Seattle, you don't sit there and do checkpoints, okay, through Seattle. What's next? They're going to seal off all of Seattle? I mean, literally, you're going to seal off all Seattle? I mean, look around. The American people are entitled to live in safety and feel safe. Most of these people that are causing trouble currently are causing more trouble for the citizens than what it's worth. And that is where I draw the line. Literally, you don't sit there and set checkpoints out and man your own thing. First of all, I was talking to Sister Pee Wee, okay? This isn't about the Black Lives Movement right now in Seattle. You know what it is? It's about basically trying to take back what they want. I mean, literally, look. I love all of you. But when you guys sit there and say, "Oh, well, it's this or it's that or it's this," look, I ask you to think with your heart. Do you think truly that the American people want to see their cities burned down? The American people don't want to see their cities burned down. American people are tired. Look, defunding the police isn't the answer. It'd be like me turning around and telling Moderator Pee Wee, that she's the new police for all of California, for example. She needs more people. People nowadays need to realize that it'd be like me pointing, look, State Patrol only does background checks, and does certain things in the State Patrol for criminal backgrounds and so forth, saying, oh, this person or that person, right? Fortunately, what's the problem? The problem is we have a problem so big. The American people need to realize that we're in this together. We are in this together. And we are in this together. And because of it, we shouldn't be walking down the streets in Seattle or some other places where they decided, to block us from going around their communities. It's getting more and more dangerous by the day. And there's a lot of people out there that are scared and scared and scared. I mean, look, Pee Wee and I talked like sisters. And she said, when will this end? And, one of the things I want to share with you, this is a topic that Pee Wee knows that I wouldn't tackle if I didn't believe in it. This is just the same crap when it comes to what's going on in the world. I mean, look, people around the world let me tell you a story, okay? I love Kimmy. She's a sweetheart. Well, every person's lives matter. Chloe and I got into it this morning about Black Lives Matter, and I said all matters, she agrees, but Chloe's also somewhat racist against Hispanics after cops tried to kill her, literally threatened to kill her. And I can understand where Chloe's coming from. I really do. I mean, I care for Chloe enough to know I can understand what she's going through. Unfortunately, Chloe is a woman who needs to realize that she is dealing with a lot of stuff. I mean, yesterday we got into it over other things, and I tried to tell Chloe, that she doesn't need to start tearing down people because of her anger. I'm here for all people, this. But to have our own backyard, look, Pee Wee made a statement. I had to do some research. Pee Wee knows before I even tackle something this big out of love for everyone, I would look into the notes, okay? I don't want to make sure nothing goes wrong. I did appreciate Pee Wee giving me a video link that was only like 2.5 minutes because I frankly, I get kind of boring, okay, watching some idiot talking about something. The guy's completely right, but I agree that we don't need to close out the government, the police. We need the police. People say, oh, we don't need the police brutality. We can change the laws. So that's what needs to be done. If we don't, I'm going to look. How many times have I said to you all, to my fellow YouTubers watching me and subscribe to me, where I said, out of love for you all, I said that we need to redo the laws that be fair. I mean, look, let me put it this way, okay? If you own a firearm, all right, AR-15, a handgun, whatever. I speak to family members across the countries that across the country. I know somewhere. I have one that's a Marine. I'm gonna say it. He died for my freedoms. My father was in the firearms. Here's the thing. I love all of you, but you got to realize, and I'm gonna say this with a heavy heart. If you walk down the street with a loaded AR-15 and you're doing checkpoints in Seattle, then I think it's time for the Washington State Patrol, the Seattle SWAT, to disarm you, because that there is considered, quote unquote, intimidation with a deadly weapon. Now, if you're doing it fairly, then that's fine. But when you're doing police work for your community and not giving the police the jobs to make their living that way, then there's a problem in this country, because the police do their jobs. That's what they're trained for. Yes, the state needs to do de-escalation laws. If you have a mental illness, get it taken care of. Don't stand around and walk around with an AR-15 and a handgun on your side being Rambo, because that's not the way the American people work. In the 80s, they would have dropped you. Now you think it's your freedom of choice and your freedom of speech, and you want to protect people's first rights amendments. Well, my first rights amendments on the Rita News Network is to tell you what you're doing is making it. No offense if Sister Pee Wee's watching this. I know she's probably putting stuff together and maybe listening, hopefully. But look, you're making it, states around this country, around our great nation, let me put it that way, as if you basically keep pushing and the Democrats get both House and Senate, which could happen, hypothetically. What happens? They could pass gun laws, which means you can't walk around with an AR-15 anymore. I mean, literally. Open carry. Oh, our state lets open carry. Well, that's fine and dandy, but I don't want to walk down to downtown Seattle to go to a baseball game and see an entire fleet of people replacing the police with armed people with big guns. I mean, literally. I mean, look, we have a state where a militia can come into play if we need to. And the militia should only be called if the governor needs it. I mean, look, you got a president of the United States saying he'd send in troops to take care of it if the governor and the mayor can't deal with it. Fortunately, the problem is there's a little problem that he doesn't know, and that's called the 9th and 10th Amendment, which is a constitutional amendment that gives the states the power to do these things. Literally. I, for one, think that we need to think before we do these things. You're making us all look fucking bad by walking around with AR-15s asking for IDs and checkpoints. We're founded on principles. We're not founded on walking around with a heavy amount of assault weapons trying to do our job. Let the police do their job. That's what they're being paid to do. They're being paid to literally. So, if the fucking government is doing their job, then why the fuck are you waddling around with a fucking loaded AR-15 walking around going, the American people, look, I can tell you personally, it isn't going to deal right. You're basically dealing with people that want to be vigilantes, and there's vigilante laws. And that needs to stop. Let the police do their jobs. Now, a lot of people say, oh, we can't let the police do it because of police brutality. There is a way of changing things, but only if you give them the chance. That's the problem we have here today. I'm tired of seeing all these vigilantes. Look, the American people need to realize police are there to do the jobs. We can change the laws. But you guys got to give them a chance to fix it. I'm tired of seeing people trying to do jobs for others. I mean, look, we're all in this together. Mr. George Floyd was laid to rest, but they won't rest until they get what they want. Either the dissolve of the police state or the drum out the President of the United States and the U.S. Senate because they think the Senate ain't doing it and the Senate doesn't want to do it. And they think the Senate basically wants police brutality. They think the senators or the white rhinos in Congress want want to suppress um, the American people. And the problem is, and the truth is, the American people are tired of watching their country their country going down the toilet. The American people are done. They're like, look, once the Republican Party was a just party under Abraham Lincoln, he freed the slaves. But nowadays, they don't talk about freeing the slaves. They're basically for the rich. The party switched. The poor is the beloved people. People are seeing the American people suffer. And those people need to realize, wake up, and to smell what they're shoveling. The Americans are tired of their politicians. They're tired of waking up and having the Democrats and the Republicans duking it out. The Democrats mean well, they do. The Republicans mean well too, but the Republicans all are thinking about big businesses. What happened to the American people? What happened to Americans' lives matter? If they want to sit there and threaten war because in the country, because Seattle was invaded or California was invaded, look around. The American people are standing around right now. They're standing around wanting. Look, what we need to do is wait till the elections. But right now, they're dragging this out. They're trying to delay the elections as long as possible. They're trying to make, both sides look like dirt, okay? And I am getting tired of this. I'm tired of watching the news and hearing people turn around. and seeing people turn around and say, well, we need this and we need that. You're playing with people's lives. And I'm done watching this. I mean, look, let me tell you this. I got something else to say. Something personal. I feel sorry for a lot of people out there. Because the commander in chief is not allowing non-social distancing anymore. He's just throwing it out the window. Some of my extended family members, I'm not going to give names, their son and other people was quarantined for 14 days because they're a truck driver and the dispatcher went to a rally for Black Lives Matter. And now the virus could spread. No one thinks about that. When the death toll stacks up, when things happen, you need to basically pull back and ask yourself, are you really willing to basically go for someone who is for that type of thing? No. Everyone's lives matter. Everyone's lives matter. That's the thing. Everyone's lives matter, but a lot of people out there, they don't care. You know what they care about? I'll tell you what they care about. They care about themselves, not about others. Pretty simple. They only care about themselves. The American people are tired of it. The American people are saying enough's enough. I love you all, but I can't stand people violating the American way of life by being fucking rebels. People are getting sick. People are getting um, afraid. I don't want to walk down to Seattle and see fucking checkpoints because I don't live there and being told this or that. Police have a job. They need to do it. These fucking people that are fucking sitting around intimidating others with AR-15s, AK-47s, M16s, you name it. The police have to send in Seattle SWAT and take care of it. Plain and simple. We need to have a fucking government in the state that's got a pair of balls that can stand up to the people and say, we're not allowing it. If you walk around and you're doing checkpoints and you're basically claiming a police-free zone, then that's wrong. The American people don't need someone walking down the street. That's considered intimidation with a deadly weapon. These bastards need to be fucking charged. Good morning, Pee Wee. Or good afternoon, I should say. So, people want to blame Trump for removing the social distancing, then fine, let them blame Trump. But I'm saying it's not the fucking social distancing. These are fucking rebels. That's what I'm saying. These fucking people don't have any care for humanity. They only care about them fucking selves. I mean, they don't care if the entire country ends up with 300 million people fucking infected with this fucking virus because they are fucking stir crazy and they're stuck in their house. Under, by the way, an illegal house arrest. Plain and simple. I clearly claim it's a legal house arrest. But at the same time, they're trying to trying to suppress the virus too. Good afternoon, Pee-wee. I agree. I think Seattle SWAT and the Army National Guard needs to go in and take care of it. I think the Army National Guard should move in with 50 cal machine guns on fucking and cannons on Humvees and tanks and move in and take care of the problem. Let the Army do it. But no, like I said, the government has no balls. They're basically doing this for themselves. They're doing it because they don't care. They're doing it because they don't want, they want to do this for a political stunt. Now, you could sit there and say, oh, it's not a political stunt. It is. They're basically making a point, okay? As I told Sister Pee Wee, they're basically making a fucking point. That point is, don't tread on us, is what they're saying. And the U.S. government can't control what's going on. They can't. Government needs to step in. If the fucking governor, if the fucking governor can't get this city, under control. Look, the American people are scared. When will this end? If roll in with tanks, take care of it. Oh, wait, the police shouldn't have tanks. Let me tell you a story. I'm going to tell you a story about a friend of mine. She owns a newspaper, a little local rag. Great friend of mine. She did an article once where we used to live, Quincy, Washington. Military gave Quincy, Washington 4 fucking Humvees with fucking tanks and fucking tanks and other things. I saw a newspaper clipping on it. I gave it to her. She went to investigate the police department. All of a sudden, these Humvees went missing. She had to track it down. It went to the Grant County Sheriff's Office and Moses Lake PD of their SWAT. Why? Well, they said they needed these heavily armed vehicles for quote unquote drug raids. And then the second reason is they said, and I quote, because I did the investigation with my friend, and gave her all the news, is for hostage situations. Well, I'm sorry, but I don't think if you're going to be going to the big drug raiding areas of Grant County and Moses Lake on the side of the airport, where we have the biggest airport this side of the west of Mississippi, in Grant County at an old Air Force base where they train 747 pilots and A380 pilots, where they're fucking sitting around with tanks. I don't want to sit there and see someone, we have to control the gang population by rolling in with a fucking Panzer. Police don't need that much fucking artillery. I agree. Some of these people, look, I may disagree with AOC, the Democratic Congresswoman from New York. The police shouldn't be rolling in on a fucking Humvee with a fucking 50 cal for fucking, what do you call it? Hostage negotiations, I'm sorry to say. The American people don't want to see the fucking police have this much fucking weapons. And then the American people are saying, well, we need to quote unquote quell it by having it things. Look, the United States basically overspends on weapons and they want to get rid of their older weapons and stuff and give it to the police. Then there's a problem because the police shouldn't be fucking having this much military grade weapons. In the 1980s, it was only SWAT team. The LA police had a fucking the LA police had fucking what do you call it? One of those little tanks. Now they're fucking sitting there with fucking rumor has it some of these places have fucking M60 Abrams tanks or big Bertha tanks. I'm sorry to say, but the military, we're doing it to protect the people in case we need martial law. I'm sorry, but martial law ever happened? Let the fucking Army National Guard do it. It's their fucking job, not the fucking police. The police shouldn't be rolling around in fucking tanks and more fucking tanks. Sorry to say. I, for one, was once scared my cousin-in-law, Dinky, once by fucking taking a picture of a fucking MRAP, a mine-resistant anti-vehicle personnel carrier. The thing had fucking 8 gun turrets, looked like a fucking 8-wheeled turtle, and the fucking police had it. Again, this was in the old town that I lived in. You know what happened? They turned around and they said, "Oh, that's for hostage negotiations." Oh, really? So you need a fucking armored fucking tank to walk in for hostage negotiations? And if they don't give up the hostages, we'll drive through their wall. Really? Then the owner of the home, even if you basically did a drug raid there, would have to go to the fucking police and say, yeah, this son of a bitch drove a tank through my wall. I want the fucking government to replace my house because that I'm renting to these supposed drug dealers. And they're going to be like, fuck you, you didn't do this and do that, so we drove through it. It's hard to say, but that's where I call abuse of fucking power. I mean, literally, the owner, the renter of the house is entitled to fucking have this house replaced because you drove in with a fucking tank or a fucking turtle with guns. I mean, these fucking turrets are so small, they have enough move to move the gun turrets this way. With 8 of them, I had to take pictures of the MRAPs, the MRAP 1s and the MRAP 2s, and other vehicles, the Humvees and stuff. They were all parked outside one day at Moses Lake Police Department. I remember one time walking down the street, sunny, in the summertime. Sun didn't go down yet. It was like 9 o'clock or so. Fucking all of a sudden, a whole parade of fucking military weapons, grade weapons, went in, tanks and Humvees went into the fucking police department, into the back where they keep them. I had to literally ask the police many times. They wouldn't give it till I had to fucking go through the sheriff and other channels and through other police departments in Grant County to find out why these military grade weapons and vehicles are fucking sitting in the hands of the police department. When if you go to Fredo, Washington, the Army National Guard's own fucking headquarters is there just to keep their military weapons there. Their tanks, their Humvees, their trucks. I mean, literally. Eastern Washington's not going to be invaded by fucking protesters. They're not going to be invaded. It's a desert town. They don't need these fucking weapons. And yet, they're doing it for intimidated purposes. It's wrong. It is fucking wrong. Let's see what's going on. Oh! Idle hands is sinful hands. I agree, sis. I really do. I mean, the fucking government is like that. And that's the fucking problem we have in this fucking country. Oh, yeah, I agree completely. But Biden has to agree, but I disagree that the police should have these fucking vehicles. Thing is, they're donating their old hardware to the police so they can have the taxpayers pay for new weapons. And then the taxpayers in the counties have to pay for the upkeep of these armor-plated Humvees and crap. Well, like I said, I talked to the fucking governor's office, and I've talked to the fucking mayor's office today just for this report, and they can't confirm or deny Antifa is basically the problem. They're saying, because it's a Democratic thing, I don't buy the numbers either. You know me, I do my research. But they're saying Antifa has nothing to do with it. The president wants to fucking use Antifa as a thing to declare martial law. And my thing is, as long as the looters, which aren't being punished, by the way, there's not many looters being punished. The ones being punished are the protesters that are violating curfews, which, by the way, has anyone seen any notes already of curfews? Literally, where is the curfew? Maybe, but my opinion, and this is just my opinion, just that if the government in Washington State can't grow a pair of balls and send in Seattle SWAT or the Army National Guard to quell this situation, then we shouldn't have fucking people having checkpoints with heavy automatic weapons or semi-automatic weapons doing the job. That's how I see it. Hello, Cam. How are you doing today? Many people think that the communities should take care. Yeah, but the thing is even if the communities can, we don't need lawlessness. There's what they call anti-vigilante laws, and that means if the vigilantes take it up to themselves, those vigilantes are more likely breaking the laws. I mean, look, the police get paid to do a job, so if the police get reformed and do their job, and they don't do force, or force stranglehold or force whatever, force abusing, and they change the country's laws to protect the citizens, then we don't need the citizens taking the chances of doing checkpoints throughout fucking places. Look at the fucking Indians in, what is it, North or South Dakota, who put checkpoints up and defied it, saying that we don't want anyone getting into our reservation to infect them. That's fine. In my opinion, we took the rights of the Indians away, put them on reservations. They're entitled to fucking command their own fucking lands. We don't need the fucking states telling tribal leaders and tribal elders to fucking stand down when they're trying to protect their own people. I mean, look, we're in a pandemic. Pandemic is spreading like wildfire. No one gives a shit. I get stir crazy, yes. Literally. Chloe asked me last night, why do I drink a little excessively? Well, I'm stir crazy. I like to pass out and sleep. By the way, I had a nightmare last night, but that's beside the point. By the way, sis, this is some really good coffee, by the way. I ground it up myself. Italian coffee from Italy. It's a La Crema. Really good. It's supposed to be for espresso drip makers. So I offered my advocate I'd grind her up some when she came tomorrow. By the way, the advocate's offering to bring in my groceries again tomorrow. So, well, he's supposed to go to the store and get more milk today. Tonight's dinner, if anyone needs to know, is leftover buffalo wings. They don't really taste like buffalo wings. They fucking shafted us on the flavor of buffalo wings. So, but anyways, citizens might think they're doing right, but in the end, they're only causing upheaval for the fucking country and having the fucking the federal government think they need to bring in the army, which maybe they do. Let me put it to you this way, everyone. Protests should be over, okay? The guy that died has been heard. But if we keep this up, we're not going to get any closer to passing police reform or fucking stimulus reform or getting the country back on its feet. We're basically going back to the fucking Stone Ages. So how you doing? Oh, I'm going to add wings to it, We all get stir crazy, but do not go out and destroy property and steal. Exactly. I mean, look. I'm still talking to people about fucking trikes. I had a guy message me the other day, sent me a link. If you buy fucking trikes from Schwinn, from the big box companies like Target, you're going to get fucking shit. But if you go through a fucking bike shop that sells Schwinns, that charge higher price for Schwinns, then the guy said pretty much, well, he said 90% of the Schwinns will work. However, he said 3 speeds might not be good for going up the hill. The guy might be right, but, that's a different story. I'm still looking at a trike with a little motor on the thing, Well, hello, Rob. Well, yeah, I agree. Literally, I agree. And that's where this conversation comes in. Hello, Mop. You go poo-poo? Yeah. Oh, yeah, look at my baby. Isn't he happy? What do you want? Huh? You want to say hello to the people? Want to say hello to the people? Hello, everyone. My name is Moppy, and today I'm hoping to get a steak meal and a lamb meal and a duck meal. Oh, and my 2 mommies, they're so cheap they won't buy me another 3 that I used the Amazon show for to put in the shopping cart. It's still sitting in the shopping cart. She hasn't put in any orders. Well, I spent a little too much last night on lobster tails. They'll be in tomorrow. Same with shrimp and same with king crab legs. What is it, huh? What do you want, huh? You don't get payment for going poo-poo.
When do you want me to run to get your milk?
When you want to go? Now?
When do you need milk?
Not right now.
Okay. Well, I'd up you a bit.
Let's see. Flint, Detroit, Baltimore, Chicago, St. Louis, Philadelphia, Oakland, New York, San Francisco, etc. I agree completely. They are killing the stimulus by adding costs to the government. Well, yeah, exactly. That's the thing. The insurance companies have to pay for these fucking people burning down city buildings, building down things. I mean, look. I don't think the fucking precinct had to board up its fucking walls and leave in Seattle because these fucking people are basically taking matters in their own hands. The police have a budget. They need to utilize the budget, not to fucking close down a police department or two or three. Closing police departments down only hurts the country, and that is the problem. No, he doesn't get chicken wing because, frankly, we don't let him eat the bones. Right, Ebony? Hello, boo-boo. You want to say hello to the people today? You want to say hello to the people, too, today? Hello, everyone. My name's Ebony Bunny. So the other day, I was sitting here watching a movie. Chloe's walking the dog, and I put him on top. He climbed up on top of my blue lift chair, my mother's lift chair. And what did he do? He just sat there, right next to my head, just enjoying himself. Yep. He was just enjoying himself. Yeah, I gotta debone it. That could work. But yeah, I was just watching the movie. Hi. My pretty little bunny. Yes, he is. He's a pretty little bun. Look how cute he is. He's so adorable. He's adorable little boon. Hi. You licked my nose. Yeah, are you happy licking my nose? I give affection. Yes, I know you give affection. Kissing his mommy is the most highest affection you can give. Right, little boon? Boop. Yeah, I can debone it. We can debone it. That's not a problem. Yes, he kissed me. Well, it's not about the robots, Cam. You know what it is? It's not about robots at all. It's about, like I said, to me, if the police have these fucking vehicles, okay, these military-grade Humvees and tanks, they should roll down the street and declare the fucking city safe without fucking having the American people feel afraid and going through checkpoints. Literally. If you allow one city to go ahead and get rid of the police department, other cities and states will do it, and eventually we will have a lawless country. Our country was founded on laws, but the problem is also is our laws have been violated. And the reason for it is the American people feel the justice system doesn't work, and that's the fucking truth. The justice system does not work. And that's something we as an Americans need to fucking fix. There you go. Libraries emailed me. That's what it was. I mean, literally, we need to fucking look at the big picture here, everyone, and basically look around. I mean, literally, look at the American people. The American people are turning around, and they're scared. They're literally fucking scared. They're scared because the American people are seeing lawlessness not happening. They're fucking fighting it tooth and nail. The American people are turning around. And I'm not saying it's me, okay? I'm not going to sit there and say, woe is me, okay? But look at the fucking American people. The American people turn around and they say, what gives? Why are we doing this? How come we're doing this? Why is it this way? Why is it that way? I'll tell you why. Because the American people are turning around and they're not doing a fucking thing. They're basically watching the justice system not fucking work. And when the justice system doesn't work, the American people get tired of it. They're getting tired of it. They're getting so damn tired of it that they're watching their country fall apart in a handbasket. They're fucking watching their fucking thing go down the shitter. And the justice system doesn't work. They're fucking dealing with fucking the American people. American people are saying enough's enough. We want fucking peace. We're not getting fucking peace. What we're getting is fucking no peace. American people turn around and say, well, we need this, we need that. So, so the American people turn around and they say enough's a fucking enough. The justice system needs to be reformed. The rich get away with breaking all the laws and the poor get fucking sent to jail. The rich fucking sit there with an ounce or 2 ounces or 3 ounces or even 10 ounces of pot. They're fucking get a slap on the wrist while the fucking poor person gets fucking charged. I mean, literally, to me, that thing. If a fucking rich person gets fucking nailed for cocaine, crack, coke, heroin, they get a slap in the wrist while the fucking wealthy, like I said, the wealthy get out of it and the fucking poor get fucking sent to prison. That's why the justice system needs to be fucking reformed. Oh, I agree completely. It's like Chloe was saying, today. Chloe was saying, sis, that while all these people are fighting Black Lives Matter, what's next? The Hispanics will go around and something will happen to them, and then there'll be Hispanic Lives Matter movement. And then eventually it'll get to the point where they'll start attacking the gays, the lesbians, the bis, the trans, the asexual, the genderqueer, or the queers, the intersex community. And then when those people get it, it might take another 100 years to make it so everyone is equal because they'll start targeting other people. I mean, literally. I mean, this isn't about the Black Lives Movement. One guy gets killed, it's on camera. And now we're having riots, we're having protests, we're having looting, and yet the states can't contain this thing. And then on top of all of that, we're watching a virus spread like wildfire. Literally, it's bullshit. I mean, look, the thing is, but the wealthy, even the senators and Congress that want a social nation want it for the poor and the middle working. The rich won't ever give up their money. They'll fucking basically backdoor it that the wealthy don't have to share their wealth. The middle class and the poor will be getting the same wages or the same everything, whereas everyone else, it's about the wealthy. I mean, in my opinion, this country's gone down the shitter so much. Something needs to be fixed, but we need to fix it in a way that makes everything look good, not bad. I mean, literally, the American people, the American people want reforms. Hell, I want reforms. I've seen fucking police try to kill Chloe, threaten Chloe, stuff like that. I mean, look, all of the stats are fake. They're overhyped. Exactly. I agree completely. But don't give them fucking military grade weapons either. I mean, giving them military grade weapons, they think they can control the entire population by their own police martial law type thing. I mean, literally. I mean, like I said, President stated in these riots he'd gladly send the army out to take care of Seattle. Unfortunately, the governor and the mayor dumped him and said that the Mike Contempt Amendment protects Here's something new. Oil's down again. The S&P went down 5.9%. And today's Dow went down 6.9%. I'm sorry to say, the American people need to realize that all this is caused because of what's going on in the world. I mean, literally. And because of it, no one, what happened to this? I'm curious about that. Hold on a sec. Lay down. I'm looking over the news real quick just to see what's going on. So they're talking about Seattle again. A lot of states don't recommend dismantling, but they can do police reforms. In my opinion, they're basically putting these protests to hire around the virus. And then when the virus spreads like wildfire, the American people, we're dealing with them hiding, So now the president turns around, right? This is breaking news, by the way. President turns around, right? Does a happy dance. About 2.5 million people went back to work. Well, currently, 1.5 million people filed for unemployment this week. 1.5 million people. My opinion, that's not good. Now they're saying that we're having a needle shortage for people, I see. So, unemployment was just given 2.5 million, and now here's the kicker: they need to think about another stimulus. We're not going to. Do you agree that the woke gap war? I agree. I agree. It's not just about a wealth gap war. It's about other issues. Unfortunately, China ain't going to give us those materials. Not without we paying for them. The unemployment has been filed, and yet, more likely, probably police officers and more had to apply because of the situation. I mean, literally, we are in a pandemic. You just nasty little ogre. Well, if I'm a nasty little ogre, that's fine by me. I'll keep it clean, everyone. That's what I say. I don't think the government or the states need to, or cities need to defund the police. I think we need police. But I also think the justice system needs to be reformed too. All right. Probably the problem is the guy that got hidden. He probably didn't like the fact that I was eating because he's not eating as good as I am. That's probably what it is. I'm out. What's up, buddy? If I can find my knife, I will. No, that's that one. Oh well, I can always find something. It's simple, actually. You just go over here, open this can up, pull one of these out. There we go. I wonder why you're barking up. Window. Oh yeah. So, guy wants to insult me, let him insult me. I don't care. Wants to call me an ogre, that's fine. He looks like an ogre himself from his profile pic. But anyways, back to the story. And by the way, I do like my almonds from time to time. We're supposed to eat them down. Chloe got about 50 bags of chips today. They're all sitting in a box in the bathroom. 50 bags of chips, not including 30 boxes of Velveeta deluxe hamburger macaroni thing, like, hamburger helper type thing. But anyways, I figured I would make sure that we have plenty of snacks while we're stuck indoors. But anyways, back to the story. Nah, they're good till like December. It says on the back. I looked at them today. Fortunately, she eats a bag of chips a day anyways. I mean, literally, I've seen her. She's been eating bugles like crazy. I think she had like, I don't know, 20 bags of bugles. I mean, literally, I've eaten like 4 bags of chips myself, but I've been running on a treadmill and everything else. But back to our police problem, okay? I agree with Pee Wee. Literally, we should be focusing on a second stimulus due to the fact that the problem with the second stimulus is simple. They just came out with 1.5 million people are unemployed. 2.5 million last month, now 1.5 million this week. Now, if the unemployment keeps going through the thing and June gets worse, then they're going to have to think of a second stimulus. But they're not thinking about that because right now they're basically giving no information on the coronavirus and they're focusing all their attention on Black Lives Matter, the protests, and the riots and the looting. Yeah, well, she's fine. I mean, they basically gave she's been eating, she likes buffalo chips. There's these Ruffles, buffalo double crunch Ruffles things. She wanted those for a lot of them for herself. So let her have the spicy chips. She likes spiciness. Well, that's what I said yesterday and the day before yesterday, because right now they're not even talking about it. I figured, they'll get the jobs numbers in June or early July. They'll get the numbers. They'll decide then if there's a stimulus. And if they do, they'll discuss it between, like I said, my own timeline, July 18th to July 31st. 31st is when all the unemployment goes away. And then we're going to see them even pass a bill. Maybe in August they'll sign another bill, right? But like McConnell said, this is the last stimulus. Unfortunately, it also depends on people and their food stamps if they, and the thing about Mitch McConnell is this, okay? I'm going to say this about the stimulus part of this video. Mitch McConnell doesn't realize, Pee Wee, that, and I want to quote this because I read it yesterday. It was all over the news, okay? That the average food went up about 12% since last month. 12%. They say it's going to rise, and meats are getting harder and harder to acquire, which means people are going to be suffering. I mean, look, Mitch McConnell needs to realize that if the elderly are sitting there living on their Social Security, the retirees, the disability people on disability insurance, the supplemental security income, the veterans, the railroad pension, that the American people need to realize that food is the thing that's going up. If they're not going to give a stimulus, at least give several $100s or more to make up the difference in food stamps so the elderly don't go hungry. Oh, I agree completely with this. Same with Leningrad Lens, but we're talking about food in general. I mean, now let's talk about the other problem I read last night. Because the elderly in lockdown, the retirees, the survivors, the veterans, the railroad pensioners, the SSIers, the disability insurance, what's that lead? The cost of living, they say, will go down. But the cost of living is going down because fuel prices are going down, but everything else is going up. They're using this as a crutch to suppress Social Security recipients from the cost of living adjustment because A, they're at home, and B, some of these people aren't getting enough food because of it, and C is they got to fucking sit there and pay more. I mean, when people are at work, when people are at school, the electricity bill goes down. The electricity is going through the roof. And the electricity companies that run the power companies that run either the nuclear power, the coal power, the hydroelectric power, the solar power, the wind power, they're all fucking making money massively and not worrying about the fucking little people. They can turn around and say, oh yeah, Pee Wee used an extra 35% electricity. Let's raise the rates again. Oh, Chloe and Rita used more electricity. Let's raise their rates 20%. I mean, doesn't anyone fucking realize that the fucking wealthy are getting fucking wealthier? The ones that maintain the fucking utility companies. Eventually, if people don't go back to work, they're going to have to cut their costs. They're going to have to turn around and cut their costs when it comes to fucking internet. They're going to sit there and say, do I need fucking internet? Or do I need fucking Stars, HBO, Discover, or HBO, Showtime, Cinemax, HBO, whatever. They're gonna Disney. They're gonna fucking turn around and cut the fucking corners. Literally. I mean, I had 3 people. Okay, 3. Chloe was looking at motorhomes. I'm gonna tell you a story about motorhomes for a second, right? Chloe turned around, right? And Chloe was told by her mother and my father-in-law. And by the way, I want to tell you about my father-in-law for a second, okay? Which I got to check on Dad anyways. Let's see. Did Dad message me? Nope. So, here we go. So, my father-in-law, right? Let me tell you a story about my dad. My dad, I call my dad. My father-in-law messaged me last night, and he said that there's severe thunderstorms, tornadoes in the region. He's in the Cleveland area. And everything else, natural disasters pummeling the area. Okay, I'll get to the motorhome thing in a minute. I will use the restroom momentarily. He basically ran out of fucking electricity. No, they didn't turn him off. The fucking power went out in his area. He didn't want to drive out in the motorcycle or his van to go in, his town and country, to go get stuff. He was stockpiled in there, but he was worried about his dinner. He says 99% of the places were shut down due to the fucking fact the electricity is out. I called a place up, they yelled at me, told me I was an asshole, and hung up the phone. I went online to fucking Pizza Hut, and I had a fucking big meal sent to him. He ate 90% of it. I said, if you need me to send another pizza out your way because your power's out, let me do it, because I don't want to see him go hungry. This is how much I care for my father-in-law. He's out of power. His phone battery's running at 4% right now. And I told him as an emergency, he should get himself a small generator just to plug his phone in. But he's looking at alternatives. Most places you can't go in to get a cup of coffee. You can't charge your phone. So he's basically stuck running on fumes right now, waiting for the electric company to repair his electricity bill. He said, while the power's out, he doesn't have to pay for the time that he's using it in his house. But again, motorhomes. We've had people, Chloe's looked at motorhomes, she's talked to people. These people have messaged Chloe on fucking Facebook Messenger and said, look, we want to move these motorhomes, we want to do it, you have the money, we'll sell it to you, but we need the money because of the pandemic. Well, let me put it this way. Chloe basically grilled the people. Chloe says, well, I'm going to buy this motorhome. You better basically get me a list of repairs that need to be done by having your RV inspected. They refuse. Chloe says, I refuse to pay. I'm not buying as something that's as is, and then I got to put $30,000 into it. I want to know what's wrong with it, what's wrong with it now. One guy said, oh, the engine's great. Everything's great. The only thing that needs to be done is the ice maker needs to be replaced in one of the coaches. Tires are good. You could replace the tires in a year or two. You know, it's got 70,000 original miles, blah, blah, blah. There's 2 things, Chloe said. Well, I want a fucking inspection, and I'm not going to have you fucking contact me and message me. She blocked them, by the way, because she doesn't want them contacting her and saying the pandemic's bad, we need to sell our RV. I mean, look, I've talked to the RV storage places, okay? Found a couple places will charge $55 for outside. We can actually tarp up the roof and stuff protected. Fortunately, problem is the RV places that have these spots, they're opening up like crazy because too many people are selling their RVs, whether they're motorhomes, their campers, their trucks, their boats, worried about the pandemic. They have all these toys, now they're fucking worried. So they're selling them. So spots are opening up, and people that won't get rid of their RVs are moving into these old spots after they're selling them. So these people are, I mean, literally, they're basically selling as is, and Chloe's not going to go and buy something when she finds out that the bottom's rusted out or the holding tanks need to be replaced. She wants them to be fucking fully inspected. She's not paying $1,000 to $1,500 for an RV inspector by an inspector to find out that it needs $20,000 in repairs. She does not want that. And 2 is, her family says you might be able to drive an automatic U-Haul truck that's 34 feet in length, the big guy, and yet, one RV doesn't have a backup camera. The other one, the guy put in a backup camera. Unfortunately, Chloe doesn't want to buy something when it's fucking, these people are messaging her. Chloe's got the money, yes, but you think Chloe right now, she wanted to travel, but how long is the pandemic going to end? She basically has been asking this to God. Fortunately, the pandemic's pretty bad. People are sitting here, when we got a pandemic, we got fucking riots, we got fucking protesters, we got people losing their houses, you got people losing everything. Literally. Chloe contacted a company just in case an emergency and says, what about we buying a wall tent? They said, do you have the strength or the car or truck to carry the fucking the tent? Because it's heavy. You need the fucking steel stuff. Then you needed the other steel stuff. Then you needed this and you need that. He says, by the time you get it all done with the stove, it's close to about 500 pounds in its bags. Literally, we're basically sitting here wondering how bad the pandemic is. Literally, and then people turn around and say, "Oh, you're a troll because you're an ugly ogre eating." Well, you know what? I don't like people misgendering. And two is, we're trying to survive here. I'm trying to keep every dime that's not nailed down. Fucking federal government shut down. I talked to Social Security this morning. I asked Social Security specifically. That's one reason why I'm doing the video late. I asked them specifically at the time, why, you got us on a spin down, but as long as the government ain't open, we can't do shit anyways. They said, yes. So we could sit on this money for 6 months or 9 months. As long as the pandemic's going strong, we could just sit back and pay our rent monthly and not do jack diddly fucking shit. Hold on, let's see. The appliances that are entertaining loans I cannot afford. Let's see. We're just useless eaters. We're talking about taking the SS budget to make the deficit up. Hold on. Let me see what Pee Wee's got to say. I want to see this, The House and Senate have 3 more. Okay, I don't like Mitch. Okay, they are talking about taking from the SS budget to make the deficit. Yeah, I know. See, they're fucking going to do that. They want to kick the can. We are just useless eaters to them. I agree. That's what they think. They told me my house uses more power than comparable houses, which is bullshit. I'm very stingy with energy use. If other houses that size of mine are using less, they have all the good appliances. Appliances that are energy savers, the ones I can't afford. Yeah, you see? I agree completely. My stove is fucking 30 years old and they won't replace it. My refrigerator is energy efficient. My freezer's 15 years old and it still works. They say, your freezer, The appliance energy center, they told me to put my computer in snooze when I'm not using it. Turn my computer off, not using it. How the hell do they know that I have a computer spies? My P&G yield is 88 for the next one. That's pretty low for a house sensor. Well, you know what, sis? You should be fucking lucky because I just got my bill the other day. $130 for this fucking place on an island, right? They say, oh, if we do this budget plan, it'll be $120 per month. So I saved $10. Fuck that, Literally. So Chloe, I have $900 in credits right now. Before Chloe got in this bill, they put 900 in, and Chloe and I dumped 200 each. So we have. After they took 2 months of electricity out, we're still good on electricity. We just keep adding to it, but still, Yes, they do lie about the condition there. My sister's RV was perfect, and then she had to put in 2,500 words. She had one flat tire a mile after she left the place. Still needed. Yeah, you see, the guy basically said he'd send us the paperwork to look over everything, right? Which is, he's got receipts of a new refrigerator, a new stove, new toilet, mint condition, right? I told the guy, is there any leaks? He said no. I said, look, you want us to buy it from you. You need to get it inspected because we're not paying for an inspection fee. Top of that, the guy turned around and said, well, if you want me to bring it out for Chloe to drive it and see it herself and look it over thoroughly, you're going to have to fill up the tank with at least half to a full tank of fuel. I'm sorry, but we're not fucking wasting money to go look at it. For you to drive it all the way down to the ferry terminal and pick Chloe up. Chloe doesn't even know if she could drive the damn thing. It's like driving a fucking bus. I used to have a motorhome. That thing was like, literally, it was a nice motorhome, but still, The thing is, he's like, who will you know? And the other lady, she's like, you need to get down here as soon as possible to buy it because the pandemic's causing trouble. And, and Chloe's like, well, I'd buy it, but you need to get it inspected. The lady's like, well, I don't want it as is. You know what? As is. We're not buying something that's as is. I mean, Chloe's putting $10,000 into a motorhome. I might need $20,000 in repairs. Fuck it. And besides that, she said it herself. People that are contacting her because the pandemic's bad. I mean, literally, the pandemic's bad, and yet they're turning around. Oh, I used like 685 watts of electricity this month, the last month. Okay, to the billing cycle, and they charged out of the credits. They took $130 out, $130 fucking dollars. I mean, I keep all the lights off. I keep a box fan going, my desktop over there, the TV off when I'm not using it, fucking ceiling fan, which in the nighttime I turn the lights off. I leave those two lights off, on, and I leave the camera on in the hall. Otherwise, I turn and flip off lights as I go. I use the natural lights in the window, and they're still charging me. They're like, oh, well, it's your computer. Oh, it's your Google device. Oh, it's your Amazon device. Oh, it's your laptops. Oh, it's your charging of your phones. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's your freezer. And then on top of this, sis, they charge a $98 connection fee. Okay, this is what they call a use fee. So $98 is the basic monthly fee if you have all. Let's just put it this way: say I turn off all my power. Okay, say I go on vacation for a month. Okay, say I come down to visit you for a month, okay, and I use a tent and whatever, right? And I'm on vacation with Chloe and I keep the entire power completely off of my apartment. They're still charging me $98 because it's a special connection power surcharge that even if I'm not using 1 ounce of electricity, they charge $98 here on this island. Oh yeah, hey Mark, how you doing, brother? I gotta use the bathroom real quick. Give me 1 second, then we'll continue. I don't know.
Yeah. No more chips until those are eaten down.
Look at this.
Oh.
Ultimate cheeseburger fat. Cream cheese fat hamburger. Cool. $30.
Hey, Mommy.
Oh, by the way, I ordered toilet paper. Not that we need it. Better
Sorry,
to have
Mops.
not have toilet paper.
Alright, pumpkins. Here we go.
I haven't ordered.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm a YouTube now. Yeah. I'm happy. I'm a happy dog. Yeah. Whee!
You're what, Poppy?
He's online. This is his channel now. I am a happy dog. Yeah, 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 yeah. Alright, Mops. Oh, pumpkin. I gotta do dishes and do some cleaning.
The Moppy channel now? Is this the Moppy channel now?
Yeah.
I had a guy call me an ogre for eating in front of everyone, and I didn't even belch. I didn't think today.
Yeah, just say, yeah, you're a daughter of Shrek.
I would still have cussed that bastard out. I use Clorox. Right, dog has it on Poggin.
Got an idea here.
Look, you see this? So, anyways, you see this, Chloe?
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, you did? What Pee Wee just said? She says, my son has just been quarantined because at this job, he's a trucker, the dispatcher tested positive for the virus. She's been to a protest. 25 people, probably mostly truckers, have been quarantined 2 weeks from their job. Amazing, isn't it? So, anyways, I'm waiting for packages to come in today. I got a couple packages still coming. The postal service delivered 4 boxes. It's supposed to deliver 6 today, and there's like ones. What's this? Let's see. What was tendered to FedEx right now? 2 pounds. FedEx priority overnight. That's 2 pounds. How the fuck is it 2 pounds? Number of pieces. How the hell is this 2 pounds? It's supposed to be more than 2 fucking pounds. Fucking FedEx, it should have been fucking tendered at fucking more than 2 pounds. So it's been picked up. So now it's coming out here and it'll be here tomorrow. Unfortunately, it's not 2 pounds. It's an overnight priority and they charged us. I mean, literally, that's. I don't get it. I literally don't get it, But anyways, let's talk, everyone. So that's my lobster tails coming in. Lobster, shrimp. Chloe wanted tuna, catfish. So we spent a little bit for eating. I only send Chloe out. I send Chloe to do everything for me, so I don't have to go out, everyone. Because frankly, I don't want to go out. Which reminds me, I was just talking to my sister today. So I emailed my sister today, my actual blood sister, and I said, "Hey, you ignoring me? You're forgetting about me? You must be ignoring and upset at me due to the fact that I haven't heard from you ever since that whole thing fell apart with my cousin and cousin-in-law." And she says, "Not ignoring you, Lo, just too busy working stuff and trying to get a cow put together and everything else." She says, "I want to talk to you soon when the pandemic's over. Love, your sister." So to me, I'm like literally feeling like I'm fucking in the dark. I get more information out of my advocates and my sister Pee Wee than I do with anyone else. And I appreciate all the links that Pee Wee gives me. I mean, literally to me, I just think, we as in people have some problems, which reminds me. Is my phone charged, everyone? Because I need to find out. So, tracking thing came in, phone's charged, so I don't have to worry about that. Some news came out. So, we shouldn't give up our military base names because of it. I want to check UPS real quick because UPS says it's out to delivery, yet they're saying packages will be here by the 3:30 or something or whatever, and yet I haven't seen anything. I got like 4 giant packages today. Some of it was one box weighed a fucking ton. Oh, which reminds me, I got some of these vanilla flavored double shot energy drinks by Starbucks. That came in today. That's going to taste good to have. Oh yeah, I mean the only thing I didn't like, sis, about the one link that the guy basically is talking about, like maintaining law and order, was the fact that it was too long. I did watch it though. I mean the guy made some good sense, but still, I just watched it and I was like, So currently we have 2 packages delivered and 4 packages in transit. I'm wondering what happened to our um, 2-hour delivery thing. So, like right now, it doesn't even say it's out for delivery. It just says it is sitting in Burlington. And what really upsets me is if it's in Burlington, they're not going to be delivering it till tomorrow because fucking UPS is fucking lazy. That's how I see it. Hold on a sec. My toothpick got stuck in my computer. Here we go. Well, I don't even go out much. I saw so many people the other day wearing masks. I didn't feel comfortable walking into the bike shop, which I'm glad I talked to that one guy about the Schwinn, but he said if he could put a motor on it. But the other one, The problem with me is I told Chloe, when it comes to spending money right now, why spend $1,500 on a trike when, literally, Chloe turned around and she says, 7 speeds, do you think you can run 16 miles on a trike, spending all day riding it, going, instead of being in home doing YouTube, do you think you have it with heart disease that you can actually push the trike up the hill? I don't even know how many hills they are from here to Roche Harbor. I only went to Roche once, so I can't remember literally, you know, and Chloe wants to go to Roche Harbor. Oh yeah, I agree. It was interesting. I mean, literally, to me, I'm more concerned, sis, and that's why I'm hoping if you got any information on videos. I have tuned into videos where guys are talking about second stimulus, and they're actually when I do a second stimulus thing, I usually base it off my own timeline. These people are doing the same. Unfortunately, what I really want to know about is how long we are going to be in a pandemic. Literally, I'm getting to the point where we as in people need to basically realize how long we are going to be in a pandemic, literally. Because I'm worried about the pandemic. So, and that's something I'm more worried about and Chloe's worried too, and we're asking God for help. What the hell? Whatever. I don't care if you updated my damn application. What I care about is turning the camera on and see if there's anything at my door. I mean, that's the thing. I'm more worried about everyone's pandemic. Nope, nothing at the door yet. All right, so I'm worried about the pandemic, Well, some counties are down and some are up. Yeah, I understand that, but when will this be? When will we be going back to normal, sis? I mean, literally, I'm sitting here. Okay, this is how upset Chloe is. Chloe wants to travel, yet she can't. So we're sitting inside a house. Okay, Chloe's in the other room organizing her room again to make more room for those boxes of chips. But I said to Chloe, I said, "Look, I don't know when this will get fucking better." Aries has a temper. Yeah, I have a temper too. I'm a Leo, but I try to control my temper. By the way, sis, Chloe decided the other day. Nice of Chloe again. I got to tell you this. For her early Father's Day present, even though I looked after her, she picked up 2 more bottles of this. It's coming in tomorrow. Woot woot! And then the other bottle, Hardy's, has just been shipped, so that's coming FedEx. And then that 25 years still she's waiting for confirmation on that. But you know what? I finally got rid of the Hennessy. I don't really like the Hennessy. I like my Remy Martin. So Chloe did the Hennessy I drank up last night. The bottle's empty, but I'm saving the bottle anyways. Even though I have another bottle unopened, I just don't want to touch the damn thing. Leo and Aries get along good. That is why we get along. Well, I mean, I appreciate it too. I mean, literally, sis, San Diego, yeah, Chloe was homeless on the streets of San Diego. Her ex-roommate shipped her off to San Diego to be homeless for 3 months. So Chloe's got bitterness over her ex-roommate. But anyways, so I just got a confirmation tracking that my lobster tails are picked up. It'll be fucking sent up here, so it'll be here tomorrow. Probably delivered early in the morning, I would assume, because it's fresh seafood, Hey, Google, what's the weather like for tomorrow?
Tomorrow in Friday Harbor, there'll be showers with a high of 58 and a low of 48.
What about the weekend?
Tomorrow through Sunday in Friday Harbor, highs will be around 60, while lows will be in the upper 40s. Tomorrow, there'll be showers. Saturday and Sunday, it'll be cloudy.
So, anyways, I checked the weather report, we're supposed to be getting more packages, but I don't know. Hey, Google, where's my packages?
I couldn't verify your voice, so I can't order food for you. You can either try again or verify your voice match settings in the
Alexa,
Google Home app.
where's my packages?
I couldn't verify your
Here are
voice,
your
so I can't order
deliveries.
food for you.
One delivery
You
arrived
can either
today.
try again or verify your voice match settings in the Google Home app.
See, the Google thing is pretty fucking useless at times. Anyways, my Home Hub's a lot better, in my opinion. So I actually like my Home Hub a lot better than the Google one. Anyways, like I said to you all you loving people, the problem is we need to focus on a second stimulus due to the fact that the food's going up and it's going to continue to go up. And eventually, I think if this continues, we're going to see people loot and raid and rob people's houses for extra food. I mean, that's how I see it, I got to go over some notes for Chloe today, So what's funny is we got 4 packages by the Postal Service, right? 4. Fortunately, the problem is my fellow YouTubers are watching me. 4. Unfortunately, there's only 2 registered delivered this morning. The mail lady came by early and she said, before I do my route, I'm delivering you your packages. So, I don't have to, I can unload my mail truck early, Oh, I mean, here's what I think. Hold on. Now, let me put it to you this way, sis. I have your answer, actually, since you said you and I get along great. I'll tell you what's happening, okay? So I have a story to tell you, okay? One of the things, as you know, we focus on is on pandemics and the riots and stuff. But the problem is, are you ready for this? Secretary Mnuchin says he will not have the states closed down again. We can't afford it. So virus or no virus, if people get sick or die, well, oh well. We can't fucking jeopardize the fucking world banks. We can't jeopardize the workers, and we can't jeopardize closing down the states again. We can't do that. But he doesn't realize that the Spanish flu, it took 3 tries to close down the states and governments before they got this fucking thing under control. History repeats itself. And that is something I wanted to share with you all. History will repeat itself. Right, Boon Boon? Yes, mommy. How you doing, Booner? Mommy. Gotta get that dang cage cleaned. Oh, yeah, the shelter in place. They say that's not going to happen. So what they're trying to do is force people to get sick and die. Yet, the problem is the unemployment numbers don't match because, as you just saw today, as my report stated, that 1.5 million people filed for unemployment, which means they're going to have to extend the food stamps thing. And the state of Washington's already talking about extending the food stamps. So they're extending the food stamps. Problem is, as Mnuchin stated, that they're not going to allow this shelter to be in place again because they can't afford the economy to tank. The economy's tanking because no one's buying anything. Well, let's talk about that. So I got some notes, some from friends of mine, by the way. Everyone, friends. They own businesses. They make fly rods. The elderly are taking some of these married couples. They're spending $500 or $600 for a new fly rod. Some people are paying $900, and the rest are putting away in a nest egg. But that's why they're surviving, because some people are paying $900 for fly rod. Fortunately, they're doing okay. All right. Now, I talked to other people that say that certain things like model trains, they're not doing too well. I know a lot of people, Certain family members, like the family that owns the farm that sells the other stuff, They're basically turning around, and what they're doing is they're turning around. What they're doing is they're turning around and doing what they need to, but the economy is tanking. I mean, look, if you look at things, some prices are going down, some prices are going up. I deal with collecting video games. I just told Chloe last night that my numbers that I gave her last night by email came back, which was my notes anyway. I need to find my pen in my notebook. I was working on my notebook. I don't know where to put it. Oh well, I'll find it eventually. I just need to find my pen. As everyone knows, I won't go anywhere without a red pen. If it's not red, I don't use it. So, oh, here's my one knife. I was wondering where this one. Alright. So my notes turned around, and I gotta look over my notes here eventually today. And find my red pen, but the thing is they're saying, oh well, we can't afford to close the government. Thing is if this virus happens and spikes, it's the state's duty to shut it down. And there's no cure. The virus is spiking. I looked over the numbers today. I mean, the death toll is going up. Well, yeah, you see almost 116,000. Yeah, I mean, I did today's stats myself, sis, and it didn't look good. Hold on, is my pen over here or something? Let me see. Nope. No, I'll figure it out later. So, but yeah, I mean, literally, that's the problem. Hmm. I mean, literally, where is my red pen? Oh well, in the window maybe. I mean, literally, what I'm trying to say is, if you look at the big picture, everyone, you're gonna find out. Oh, there's some pins over there, but they're not red. Oh, that's red. Semi-red. I just don't know where my red pen went. I like my red pen. Did it fall? Did it go over here? Huh. I don't know where my red pen went. Oh well. I guess I can't complain right now. Oh, here it is. Found my red pen. Hey, you gave me. And that's the thing. Mark's completely right, Pee Wee. The virus is making it so people are not social distancing themselves, and then we got fucking spikes. And then people are worried, you know, about everything. I mean, look at me, for example. I told Chloe $10,000 could be less. That could be, she bought a motorhome and had to put money into it, then $10,000 more groceries. I mean, that's how I thought. I'll go through my notes real quick. Sorry if you guys think I'm quiet for a second. I'm just trying to finish this up. And then I got to give Chloe my opinion on it. And let us watch some game reviews since we're stuck at home. What's the reviews come in handy due to the fact that we are waiting patiently for or some answers to why the pandemic is the way it is, you know. When I read my blue pen here. There we go. And we are good to go. Yeah, well, you know, they said it'd basically go to 2,000 to 3,000 by June 1st, remember? It's already June 11th, and it's 1,800 in one day. Now, Wikipedia updates it every 20 minutes with like 800 or something, so I was using Wikipedia's own stats, you know. Well, yeah. Well, it is mutating. That thing, rumor has it's mutated 15 times. As Pee Wee said, it can mutate itself out of existence, but right now, the problem is even if you get a cure, okay, Cam? The problem is you can't fucking contain it because if it mutates, then you got to find a cure for the mutated ones. And when you find the cure for the mutated ones, you got to find a cure for another mutated one. I mean, literally. However, I will say that if you read the Bible, I believe Psalms 91, it talks about pestilence. That's where I say you need to protect yourself because Psalms 91 talks about pestilence. If you want, I'll read you Psalms 91. Believe in Psalms 91. Here we go. Let me look at this. Let's see. We need your help, support. Nah, close. I don't want to give my location. Fuck that. Let me see. Confirmed recoveries today. Total deaths. Wow. Oh, yeah, here we go. Deaths today. They don't talk about the deaths in New York. New Jersey, California, Illinois has got the biggest today so far. Texas, to be disclosed. Florida, Michigan, Maryland, Georgia. Ooh, Arizona's going up. I hear that too. Kentucky, West Virginia, Wyoming. So apparently, Diamond Princess, huh? Virgin Islands, the Grand Princess. Montana, Alaska, Wyoming. Oregon's got 2 deaths. Oregon's still basically allowing people to run around like with their heads cut off. Hey, where's the numbers for Washington, Pee Wee? I don't see Washington here at all. Oh, here it goes. I got it. Washington has 24,288. 14 new deaths today. 14 new deaths. Only because Yakima's been infected with 5,000. I heard Yakima's got like 15,000 right now. And yet they're still in stage 2, or they're trying to say we need stage 3 now in Yakima. Hold on. Let me get something for you all. I'll read it in easy to read for you all. Don't mind my eyeballs, or I got to get it. So Psalms 91. The one who lives under the protection of the Most High dwells in the shadows of the Almighty. I will say concerning the Lord, who is my refuge and my fortress, my God whom I trust. He himself will rescue you from the bird trap, from the destructive plague. He will cover you with his feathers, You will take refuge under his wings. His faithfulness will be a protective shield. You will not fear the terror of the night, the arrow that flies by day, the plague that stalks in darkness, plague, mind you, or the pestilence that ravages at noon. Though 1,000 fall at your side and 10,000 at your right hand, the pestilence will not reach you. You only see it with your eyes, and witness the punishment of the wickedness. Because you have made the Lord my refuge, the Most High, your dwelling place. No harm will come to you, no plague will come near your tent, for he will give his angels orders concerning you, to protect you in all your ways, that will support you with their hand, so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. You will tread on You will tread on the lion and the cobra. You will trample the young lion and the serpent. Because he has the heart of the set on me, I will deliver him. I will protect him because he knows my name. When he calls out to me, I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will rescue him and give him honor. I will satisfy him with a long life and show him my salvation. Amen. You see? There you go. This is a Bible I bought for like $6. It works, it's gold gilded pages and the wording's a little small, but what the heck, it tells you, as long as you believe in the Lord, he will protect you. That's why he's put us in the shelter in place orders and stuff. Oh, I know. I agree completely, Pee-wee. Pee-wee gave me a link that was interesting, Chloe. Current stats for today, we have a lot of deaths right now. We have almost 2,000 deaths today alone, Chloe, on the coronavirus.
Oh my goodness.
And it's not getting any better, it's getting worse.
Now, people are going to die.
Yeah, people are dying. We used to be number 4 on the world list, now we're number 3. I mean, literally, we're basically going up. No packages yet today. Except for the postal service. She already delivered today, so.
Whole Western Hemisphere's got whole Western Hemisphere, whole West world is hasn't taken it that well.
Yep.
America, United States, Canada, Mexico, Central America, and even South America.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know why the Western Hemisphere's done a lot worse than the Eastern.
Oh, California moved the number 3 on the coronavirus, is what Pee-wee is saying. We're all suffering, and yet, the question is, will the fucking government listen, or the states, and shut down again if this fucking spikes severely? I mean, look, here's how I see it, okay? I see the pandemic as a problem. See, right now, they're waiting till end of July to make a decision on a stimulus check. Now, right now, because some places are in phase 2 and they want to go to phase 3, I say knock it down, because if we have to stay indoors because of these protesters, we might as well just go back to phase 1, because frankly, they're the problem. People that are staying home, they're getting stir crazy, but they're not going fucking stupid and going setting buildings on fire, cars on fire, and looting
Well,
people.
you had some of those people threatening to kill the governors, threatening to shoot governors and everything before the states reopened. And then during the protests, they went and said, "Now it's time to go home and obey the curfews." But when 3 weeks ago they weren't going home at dark, they were like, "Well, we don't want the government to tell us what to do. We have our Second Amendment rights and all of our other American rights."
So, Pee Wee gave me a list of countries from number 1 to, well, all of them, viruses. And I can tell you clearly, they even have MS Zudan, a boat, you know.
Do we get any more cases on this island yet?
I could look. We had one recently, but that was about it. So on our island, so far, we have 16. I checked the newspaper out here on the island for Chloe. It says so phase 3 will be basically in place until June 24th minimum. So the prohibition against evictions is put until August 1st, and if it spikes again, they'll move it to November. But that's the problem with the moratorium we can talk about, because a lot of people aren't paying their fucking rent. And the manager is basically praising me and Chloe for paying rent. There's like 7 people in the entire 5 buildings that paid rent. Everyone else is using problems.
The only fear I have is what if they can't afford to keep the apartment afloat? With everyone else not paying rent, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Then they tell us that we all have to move out because they're selling it.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're all homeless.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I'm not buying an RV, that means we're going to have to get a tent and live in campsites throughout the state or throughout Oregon even. We're going to have to camp in the parks. But we can buy a tent. Instead of an RV, we can buy a tent. Those don't break down easily.
Mm-mm.
It's easier to fix. So I'll just get a tent. We get a tent, and maybe we get like a car or something. The car is easier to fix than a motorhome. Get a car and get a tent in the trunk. Do it that way.
Well, yeah, I mean, literally, Pee Wee's right. The virus is spreading like wildfire, you know?
dishes already. So many dishes done to be done today. I keep them up. Look at this.
Well, everyone, I'm going to try a vanilla flavored energy drink.
Go for it.
Energy coffee beverage. Vanilla, not bad. I wanted the mocha one, but they didn't have any in stock. Ah. So, Chloe Spice, what did you want for Din Din tomorrow?
Oh no. I have to think about that.
Tuna?
I'm holding to think about it.
Catfish?
Yeah, we can do swordfish or catfish, whatever one you want to cook me.
Oh, yeah, I'll do swordfish.
Yeah.
Pan fried with a little garlic on it.
All right, dishes are done for now.
So I got Chloe some swordfish steaks coming tomorrow.
So there's any cups I could clean. Oh, here's some more to do. Let's get these clean too.
This ain't bad at all, everyone. Oh, another email came in. Let's see what we got. I gotta move my chair up again. Keeps going down at times. All right, so we got what's this? Cool. Yeah, that's what's really funny is they're doing all these weird things. Ugh. Our sheriff showed up to assistant protest in the Bay Area. Really? He drove all the way out there? That's just amazing. I mean, literally what you got to look at is the big picture, on what's going to happen, when it comes to. I got some notes to go over with you a little later tonight, Chloe. Something we might want to talk about privately.
Okay.
Mostly about watching some game reviews off and on. Since we have internet, fiber optic, and we have nothing better to do with our crummy life. That dish soap's lasting a long time.
It is.
I bought it in April, and I got us 3 bottles put away just in case. And we haven't even topped into our laundry detergent, which reminds me, when are you going to do a load of laundry?
Soon.
Because you haven't done laundry yet for yourself.
I know.
We need to go to the bank and get quarters.
I will. Right now, I'm not worried about that now. I'm really cool about getting your stuff cleaned and mine.
All right, Pee-wee, I'll be still here. For the rest of you out there, I'm trying to find out why UPS hasn't delivered everything yet. They're delaying it because of protesters. Look forward to tomorrow.
What's that?
Look forward to dinner tomorrow. I'll make you something nice. We have I think we have garlic in here, right? Garlic powder or garlic, fresh minced garlic.
Yeah, I got garlic powder.
Awesome. I'll make you a wonderful, tasty meal. All right. I said I'll still be here, Pee Wee. I ain't going anywhere. I should talk to Chloe for a minute. Chloe? Let me grab a bag or something and get rid of these boxes.
Yeah, I'll
Right. Oh, life is interesting. Oh, another freaking email came in. I keep getting emails off and on, but nothing major. Oh, Courtney emailed me. She says, "What do you want to do since about that whole thing? You know, well, what do you want to do?"
I take it.
No, that's why I told her.
I think they threw the letter. They just junked the letter. I think what it is that.
Do you want her to call Ashley?
Yeah, see what's going on. I fear the worst.
Hold on.
Fear that Ashley's on there. Ashley's pretty much eating up what the manager said to her. You know, the managers, they'll come up with the sob story ever. And if Ashley didn't agree with them, they have more likely have lawyers lined up to go after whoever goes against them, the managers do. But general manager has so many lawyers in his back pocket. So is that one lady. All these right wing bigots are. They have so many lawyers just in case they get nailed for discrimination. They have their lawyers back.
The lawyers can't back him. You know what she said? You're basically being paranoid. The state of Washington has got protection for discrimination. The thing is they can't discriminate, basically. I personally think what they're doing is they're turning around and they're talking to their legal counsel before. By the way, everyone, give me a couple minutes. I do got to use the bathroom real quick. Chloe will be here to talk to you guys for a second. Later. Hey, man, what are you doing? Yeah. I was looking for a package. You're looking for a package. Well, I only got a couple, you know. Stones have certain powers. I want to see what happened. That is a good reason, but you did not like to. It proves the stones have powers. Yeah, well, you know, I'm back. Everyone had to use the toilet, you know. So, anyways, it's basically saying package will deliver by 3:30 today, and it's already 3:30, and there's no packages being delivered. So, I just love, you know what, my wine glass that I need to clean, unless Chloe cleaned it for me, because I was going to pour me some port wine while waiting for the packages. Oh, you are a good woman. You know that? You just rinse this out. Good woman.
Dry it.
All you
just dry.
Dry it? Yeah, I'll dry it. You're a good woman, is what I said.
I try my best. I mean, I'm naked the rest of that pantry floor. Where it's like shut that door, and therefore I can move on to the next step. I mean, it looks a whole lot better than it did with all those chips there.
Yeah, with 3 boxes sitting in the bathroom and nothing but chips.
Yeah, and I'm taking care of that.
Oh, I got something too. Hold on a sec.
My room's going to be full of snacks that you're going to have to help eat down.
Here you go, Chloe. For you. You've earned it for doing your dishes.
Buffalo hot wings. Yes, double crunch.
You get to be the guinea pig on that one. Ruffles double crunch. I've had weird dreams myself. I was on a roller coaster once where the roller coaster completely crashed, you know, and I was like, people are around me and they said, oh, she died and all this stuff. And I woke up, my entire body was shaking. I remember one time I woke up and scary thing, you know, I woke up and my husband says, your body's shaking. And I says, yeah, I had this dream where a roller coaster killed me. And he says, your entire body was like, I woke up going, you know, how are they?
Good.
Chloe's eating some chips.
But yeah, I want to ride a roller coaster. I want to ride one of those big, huge hyper coasters. You know, the big ones that drop high, go fast. They don't do inversions. They just, you know, they're just meant for high. They're called hyper coasters. They're meant for like, you know, high drops, fast speed, and wide turns. And yeah, we ain't got.
I'm sorry to say, sorry, I have to say something quickly. Sorry, camera, but I really don't want to think about Pantherax, you know.
We got the usual B&M coasters where you sit 4 across. Well, some you sit 8 across, but you got the inverted ones, and you got the ones where you're on the track, where you do like a lot of different inversions.
Yes, I know you and your roller coaster. You love coasters.
You can do all sorts of twists.
So I gotta ask you, camera. You play Skyrim, right? Have you ever seen the Skyrim edition for the Amazon? Have you? Watch this. Hey Alexa, Skyrim.
Welcome back to Skyrim, adventurer. You have chosen to walk towards a Nord village. Once at the Nord village, a Redguard mercenary greets you. He tells you of the terrible evil lurking in a nearby forest that has been terrorizing the Nord village. Do you wish to proceed?
Oh, yes.
The grove is dark and misty. Seems suspicious, even for this part of the world. You hear a blood-curdling howl. Suddenly, a fully grown ice wolf leaps out at you. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
Use weapon.
Your greatsword carves the ice wolf. The ice wolf lunges at you and bites. You take 6 damage. What would you like to do?
Use weapon.
Your greatsword decapitates the ice wolf. The ice wolf whimpers and dies. You have triumphed. You have 94 health. Your skill with arms has increased to level 10. You ignore the useless junk in the ice wolf's inventory and find a steel greatsword. Ooh, shiny. There are 3 paths forward, a flooded evergreen grove, an overgrown footpath, and a massive fallen tree bridge. Which do you choose?
The massive fallen tree bridge.
You move deeper into the forest. An ancient grove sits in peaceful isolation. Something tells you that peace is about to end. A skulking death hound growls at you. His master may be close by. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
Use weapon.
Your greatsword decapitates the death hound. The death hound whimpers and dies. You have triumphed. You have 94 health. There are 2 paths before you, a cobblestone trail and an old hunting trail. Which do you choose?
The cobblestone trail.
You move deeper into the forest. The beauty of the forest is offset by the recently mangled corpse of a traveler. You resolve not to share his fate. A bandit thug is talking to himself up ahead. He smashes his mead bottle and charges you wildly. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
Use shout.
Foos row. Unrelenting force smashes into your foe. The bandit thug swings at you, but misses. What would you like to do?
Use weapon.
Your greatsword strikes the bandit thug. The bandit thug is resistant to that attack. The bandit thug swings his weapon at you. You take 10 damage. What would you like to do?
Use spells.
Your flames sear the bandit thug. He combusts in flames, burning to a crisp. Well done. You have triumphed. You have 84 health. Your magicka swells with arcane power. Your magic skill has increased to level 8. There are 3 paths forward, an ancestral grove, a grassy footpath, and a blossoming grove. Which do you choose?
The blossoming grove.
There are 3 paths forward, an ancestral grove, a grassy footpath, and a blossoming grove. Which do you choose?
The ancestral.
There are 3 paths forward, an ancestral grove, a grassy footpath, and a blossoming grove.
A
Which do you
grassy
choose?
a grassy footpath.
You move deeper into the forest. Jump across a shallow river and continue on. No time to dry your boots. Your nerves go on edge. There must be danger ahead. You accidentally step on a flower. A furious spriggan roars and charges madly towards you. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
Cast spell.
Your frostbite chills the spriggan. The spriggan attacks you wildly. You take 10 damage. What would you like to do?
Use weapon.
Your greatsword strikes the spriggan. Your attack was not very effective. The spriggan attacks you wildly. You take 10 damage. What would you like to do?
Cast spell.
Your raised zombie slaps the spriggan. The spriggan attacks you wildly. You take 10 damage. What would you like to do?
Use spell.
Your raised zombie strikes the spriggan. Your foe breathes her last. Necromancy is always so rewarding. You are victorious. Your health is at 54. You have successfully cleared the forest of evil. This should earn you a generous reward. You realize the path through the forest loops back to where you started your quest. That would have been good to know earlier. The Red Guard breathes a sigh of relief and thanks you for putting down every last one of those vile villains. They really had it coming. He tosses you a coral dragon claw. This will make a fine back scratcher. It may also have other uses. After heading out on the road, you become overwhelmed with quest markers and turn them all off to enjoy the beautiful landscape. You soon arrive at a crossroads. In one direction is an ancient standing stone. In the other is a Daedric shrine. Where would you like to go?
The Daedric Shrine.
Once at the Daedric shrine, a wood elf candlemaker greets you. He tells you of the terrible evil lurking in a nearby mountain pass that has been terrorizing the Daedric shrine. Will you lend your spell and steel to his cause?
Yes.
You follow the quest marker to your destination. You gaze up at the darkened sky.
Exit. See, isn't that cool? I mean, literally, I could do that off and on. Yeah, well, you know what, to me, what do we got here? We got we got another, well, what's it saying now? I got a fucking email again from fucking FedEx. I'm getting tired of these FedEx tracking updates. They're not, Where is this coming from? Because it's saying it's picked up. Where is it coming from? Because I keep getting these. This says it's picked up and it's... Okay, so they're just like, you got an email from FedEx. Your package has been shipped. Right. So, delivery scheduled for tomorrow. Yeah, it's because it's Chloe's seafood, But that would be cool. Let me go and find out where my wine bottle is. I know it's somewhere. I know there's a... Is this it? Nope, that one's empty. Is it this one? Yes, this one's got some wine still in it. And I gotta check. Oh yeah, look at that. A little port wine goes a long ways, Thank you, Chloe. How's those chips? Good. Loving them? You got 30 bags of them, Missy. Or I should say we got 30, 30 bags of them. Pee-wee's calling Walmart. Apparently, no offense to you, my dear Chloe, but Pee-wee's sending me a present. And she's got to find out why it's delayed, apparently, from Walmart. I don't know what she bought me. It's a surprise. She bought herself one and me one. Probably it's a little shirt that says, I support Pee-wee as president or something. Who knows? It's a surprise. And Dad's still waiting for power. Hold on. Let me check mine. Did you grab him?
Yeah, I got him. Hey!
Stop me!
Right. Okay, open the door.
Treats for you.
Sloppy? No. Got a box. Was that it?
I don't know. Let's get one more, I think. Maybe.
Stay, Mops. Once you stay, we can...
Yep, one more, Chloe. box at a time, people. Got my wine here. I'm good to go. My knife is right here. Let's see what the box opens up this time. Chloe's gonna probably love what's in this one. It says heavy, but it doesn't feel so heavy. We got Chloe. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, move, Moppy.
Ooh, ramen.
Chicken bowls.
All ramen in there. You stack that in the office ramen room. You store snacks. I store ramen. I store snacks.
Look at this. Irie beef.
Oh yeah.
And this is why we call it stockpiling for soon.
We have enough food now.
More fiery beef. And Chloe can get rid of the box. Next box up is these two small boxes. Don't know what we got in here, but I'm curious.
And is that it?
Yeah, one more after that, but I got it. So we got 14 cases of ramen bowls. That should get us by for a while. And my trusty knife's always cutting up a boxer. And in here you got hot salsa, Chloe.
Cool.
So, hot salsa came. And then in this one, probably the same, the way the box is shaped. $1 a jar for salsa, you can't complain, you know. And this one has hot salsa.
Both of them with hot salsa?
So, your salsa is there. And this is why it pays to stay indoors. And now the last box.
You little dog. Yes, you are.
Well, if you do leave, you know. With your battery the way it is. And Chloe can take care of that. Now, let's look at the last box. This I'll put in the hall for Chloe to bring down. And the last box is here. I don't know what it is. It's heavy. It's probably something good. Probably some tasty food in here. You know us, we buy a lot of food to stay indoors. Ooh. Yes. Oh, yes. I'll show you, Chloe. So, everyone, Chloe and I's toolbox came in. Yeah, let's look at this, everyone. Alright, so I'm going to open this up in the bottom. For the price, we saved a lot of money on this going this way instead of Sears, by the way. I thought Sears would be good, but... oh, they got a... Here we go, peeps. Let's see what's in the box. I want to see this for myself. Oh yeah, look at this, everyone. I guess. Yeah, there we go.
Nice. You know, when I was little, I thought this made that mixes up with cricket sounds. I thought that's what the sounds are coming from. Or
Look at that. It was so shiny. Look at this, Chloe. And look. Screwdriver bits.
Cool.
There's 40 of them, Chloe.
Cool.
And then we got this small one. What else we got here in this nice little box? There's 3 drawers. I want to see what the third drawer has. Ah, a couple of them fell. We'll just put them back in. Huh. And we got hex keys.
What's today? Wednesday? Thursday?
It's Thursday.
I sent that letter to that gal, what was it, Sunday, I think?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this. And look at these. Wow, isn't that nice? So everything you need for a do-it-yourselfer. Look at these. This is nice. I can freaking fix Chloe's bike now if I need to. What do you think, Chloe?
Yes.
You want to look at your tool set you bought?
I saw it. It's nice.
Cool. Looks like high quality tools, Chloe. Look at these wrenches. So shiny, Chloe. Find a place for this for us, Chloe. We're good to go. Now I can play with those all day. Those are nice. Cheers, everyone. New tool set came in. I got an email came in, so it says delivery. Alright, cool. So Pee Wee emailed me as well, so enjoy my wine. Tool set's great. Hold on. I'm gonna put in David, I think, soon, Chloe.
What's that?
Said I'm thinking of putting David in soon, Chloe. An item has arrived. Let me see. So, anyways, I just got another email from FedEx and Goldbelly saying our order was placed and shipped out. So we're gonna have some tasty shrimp soon and shrimp cocktail. Cheers to the shrimp cocktail. I just need to get some shrimp cocktail sauce for tomorrow's meal, you know.
Yeah.
Yep. Part of your order has shipped. I just love getting new things, you know, especially the toolbox that just came in. I mean, that's a really good deal, you know. So, Pee Wee emailed me and just said she was on the phone because of a Walmart issue. Like I said, something to do with she was sending me a present, and let's just say it was supposed to ship and it didn't, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, but because it's almost 4 o'clock, I decided I'm going to relax, you know, and enjoy our toolbox that came in today. Now, that is what I call some quality tools. Lifetime warranty. I can't complain. Nice little toolbox. Looks better than the Sears one. I say that's pretty cool, you know. So I feel pretty damn blessed. So, anyways, I don't know what's going to happen next, peeps. I really don't. So, I hope you all have a great day, you know, because I'm getting ready to put in a movie and to relax. I know if my cousin B-Hole was watching this, he'd be fucking shocked about the toolbox, but you know what? We needed one. And we got 14 cases of ramen today, so I think we're doing quite well on food, you know, literally. While I sit back and talk to you about food, I still got to choose another bottle of wine to drink because tonight's wine drinking night. I'm trying to stretch out my other stuff. I can also order some more wine to refill the you know, the stuff. Some wines are better than others. You know, we just need a refill on the other stuff. You know, so if you leave camera because of your phone, well, thanks for tuning in today. You know, I'll be tuning in tomorrow. I got some spreadsheets total up tomorrow. Hold on. Hey, Google, what's my agenda for tomorrow?
I couldn't verify your voice, so I can't share calendar information.
Hey, Google, you son of a bitch. I said, what's on my agenda for tomorrow?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Hey, Google, what is my agenda for tomorrow?
There's one entry for today. You're continuing an event called E3 2020.
Hey, Google, what is tomorrow's agenda?
There are 2 entries tomorrow. You're continuing an event called E3 2020. Next, at 10 a.m., you have work on spreadsheets.
Well, there you go. Work on spreadsheets. So, there you have it, everyone. Work on spreadsheets tomorrow. Hey, Google, what's on my agenda for Saturday?
There are 13 entries on Saturday. Here are the first 3. You're wrapping up an event called E3 2020. Then, at 8 a.m., you have Walk Moppy. Following that, at 8:30 a.m., you have Plan the Week. I can tell you more or tell you the rest.
Tell me the rest.
At 8:45 a.m., you have Plan the Day. After that, at 9 a.m., you have Food Bank. At 9 a.m., you also have Chloe Goes to Farmer's Market. After that, at 9:30 a.m., you have Farmer's Market. Next, at 1 p.m., you have Clean Apartment. Then, at 2 p.m., you have Dusting. Next, at 5 p.m., you have Clean. Following that, at 7 p.m., you have Put My Mud Mask On. Following that, at 9 p.m., you have Browse Pipes. Then, at 10 p.m., you have Sabbath Day. That's all.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, everyone, I guess I'll give this a couple more minutes and then I'm logging out so I can go and put this ramen away and then I'm going to.
I could do the ramen for you.
Well, don't forget, we need to look over milk soon, or unless you want to do that tomorrow. How much milk do we have, anyways?
How much milk do we have? You can tell me, and then I'll.
I got half a gallon. We'll do it tomorrow.
That should get you by. I mean.
Yeah. Plus the fact I got these energy drinks in a can. Yeah. That'll work too. So I'm good to go, I guess. So tomorrow, hey, Boober. Hello, mommy. Gotta get that cage clean too.
Alright, I'll do that.
Don't make me put my bunny on your head, Chloe, and it'll be, you know, oh, you're freaking listening to music now? What about our movie we were gonna put in soon? Anyways, I love basically, you know, got some notes to go over with her too. So, anyways. So, this new toolbox looks really good. I mean, literally, it looks really nice. So, anyways, gotta go over some notes with Chloe, and then I gotta do some other stuff. So, not bad. Not good. It's a nice, tasty thing. What was it I was supposed to put on the shopping list with Chloe? Poop in a bag. Yeah. Let me see. She wanted 8 avocados. I need cocktail sauce. Yeah, that works. Free shipping, can't complain. So let's refill this up, talk for a minute. Chloe is, she's good. And then I gotta fucking find my wine cork opener doodad wherever Chloe put it. Right there. And then I'm going to grab another bottle of wine out of the wine rack. Actually, I'm going to do this too.
Hey, you want me to do that?
I got it.
Okay.
Living comfortably is hard work. Especially for beef flavored chicken wings. There we go. Move this over here. There we go, peeps. Now I just gotta frickin' figure one other thing out. Where's my knife? Why do you need the knife, Mom? Because I gotta pull out a cork. That's why it's called the trusty knife. The knife can't do it, nothing can. Well, so, for some of you wondering what happened, I want to show you what happened. Look at this, Chloe.
The cork broke? Oh my goodness.
As long as I don't have any cork in my thing, we should be fine. Because that wine's closed, I should see everyone if one of these wine lids will help. Like this.
Not the song.
Yep. Once in a while, a cork will fail, and when it does, you gotta be prepared to fix it. So, I did fix it. So, I'm about to put a movie in, so, but it seems all fun, fun and games. So, with that said, everyone, I hope you have a great evening. I am gonna go and, work on a couple things. So, with that said, everyone, I hope you have a wonderful day. Please, please, please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestions. Hit the like and subscribe button. It's wholesome funding for your family, including your dogs, your cats, and your bunnies. Thanks for watching, everyone, and God bless you and everything you do. Hit the bell notification for new content. Keep your comments nice is all we ask, and check out tomorrow's post. Thank you, and God bless you and everything you do.